Hello, everybody. Adam Parks here with a special episode of Receivables Roundtable. Today, I'm here with my good friend, industry award-winning legend, Mr. Mark Naiman, a man who needs no introduction, so I'm going to skip that today, Mark. I'm going to go straight to my big question, which is, what do you got cooking, and what's going on for the rest of the year?
Well, Adam, I think I get to see you in a couple of weeks at the RMAI retreat. Very much looking forward to that, especially since traveling from San Diego to Monterey is a lot easier than traveling from here to Florida.
Fair.
But I look forward to seeing you. Thanks for traveling. And then, of course, end of the year, last show of the year, arguably, Debt Connection Symposium 2023, September 27th through the 29th. All hands on deck. Everyone's doing a lot of planning on my end, a lot of orders and sponsorships, and everything kind of happens in that last 90-day window. So we are full bore in making sure that we maintain the same level of white glove service that everyone has gotten accustomed to.
Well, it sounds like there's a lot cooking. I'm very much looking forward to seeing you at the RMAI Summit. I'll be going there directly from the ACA annual conference in Chicago because clearly I don't like being in Florida too often during the summer. So I thought, just travel for the next few weeks.
You're a warrior.
But, such is life in the world of receivables management. So let's talk a little bit about DCS and what you guys got cooking over there. I know I've been hearing a lot about the keynote and some of the educational sessions. Fill me in. What's going on?
Yeah, so Ron Shevlin is the author of FinTech Snark Tank, which is on Forbes. Ron is a tremendous speaker. He has a What's Going On in Banking FinTech podcast for those that haven't heard him. And for those that know the DCS crew, we're super interested in making sure that the people we bring on stage are thought-provoking and edutaining. You've heard me use that word before, but it's really important to us that the stuff that you're seeing on our stages is different and distinctly unique, which leads right into, for example, the innovation stage. We've brought that back again for 2023. Myself and Dara have been reviewing the applications that have been pouring in over the last couple of weeks. We're going to select 5, maybe 6 companies to come up on stage. As for those that were there last year, it was a great experience. We really make sure that there's an energy and informational relevance to these presentations. There's a lot of really good companies that deliver really good products that have been doing it for a really long time, but there's a lot of companies out there that have new offerings. And look, even though you've been around for 10 or 15 years, a lot of times there's a new offering, there's a new product. So everyone is included, but highlighting those channels to us is what's important, because that's what keeps you relevant. And whether it's advancements in AI, whether it's advancements in technology or communications, these are things we're conscious of and trying to deliver the best cross slice of that to our audience.
Well, it sounds like you've got a lot planned that for that particular show. But let me ask you this, right? So the two big things that we always look at the shows, right? The education and then the networking opportunities. What kind of networking opportunities do you have planned for DCS this year?
It's a great question. DCS has always been known as is a little more fun than the CRS conference held in May. At DCS, we really try to focus in on these organic networking opportunities. In the past, we would have a bowling tournament, lots of fun, very competitive. Morning hikes through the canyons that are adjacent to the hotel itself. This year, lip sync battle for the industry party. That's the main night, Thursday the 28th. Last year, we had dance battle, awesome prizes. This year, lip sync.
Okay.
Come solo, come in teams, also awesome prizes. You can always get more information on any of these things by going directly to our website at www.debtconnectionsymposium.com or just dcs2023.com. That works too. So yeah.
Lots of different networking opportunities that you've got that are cooking at the show. I know that going out to the canyon hikes and obviously the lip sync battle, I mean, everybody had so much fun at the dance battle last year that I have really high expectations for that one. But we find ourselves back in Las Vegas again. And let me ask you, like, what's the deal? Why Red Rock? Why that particular location?
we are, both myself and my predecessor have always been conscious of ensuring that the people at these conferences are, I don't want to say isolated. That's not quite the right
Together.
term, but together as much as possible. I think it's the most important part of any conference is those organic opportunities. Whether it's downstairs grabbing a bite to eat or a coffee in the morning, or whether that's late night at a bar. I think that more often than not, when you have a more exclusive venue that has opportunities to stay on site versus a vast majority of conferences I've attended in the past, there's really nothing in the conference venue. And so
Mm,
everyone kind of has to spread out and go to these alternate locations. And please, I
sure.
don't misunderstand. I'm sure people will be booking the wildest dinners imaginable in Las Vegas, but there are some things that are on site that certainly distinguish it as a unique experience where you don't
Mhm.
have to go 30, 40, 50 minutes away. You really have the opportunity to stay together with the people at the conference, enjoying the food that we provide. Last year we had full sushi chefs, and the spread was quite extravagant, especially on that main conference night.
Well, I think that the food has been fantastic at all the events that you've been participating in, and I still have flashbacks to the CRS donuts. So, for me, I don't know, I definitely understand, and very much looking forward to seeing what happens out at Vegas Red Rock. I really enjoy that particular facility because I'm getting the service and all of the upside that I generally get
Sure.
in Las Vegas without the crowd, right? And like
You know, it's we have continued to look at alternate venues. In the past, DCS has been in Texas, DCS was in New York, DCS was in Arizona. Um, it's moved around quite a bit. The world changed a lot after Corona, and
Mm,
our ability to deliver that same level of excellence, and Las Vegas in many ways is kind of created for the conference. And so finding a venue that fits that is certainly a lot easier in a Las
conference town.
Vegas versus even a Nashville
Mm.
or any of these other cities that we've constantly tried to find a location that checks all those boxes, because I think we're really unwilling to compromise, because we do believe that environment lends itself to those networking experiences.
And so, with this being the last conference of the year, when we leave DCS, that is the last time that we will see most of our colleagues for about 6 months. I feel like this is one of the longer
Yeah,
stretches.
it's February is when it really starts kicking back in. I
Yeah.
agree with that. We'll see each other at the annual RMAI, and then the rest of the world continues on.
Yeah, well, and then everything starts to kick in at that point, right? And we go into the 2024 conference season. I feel like this year
Absolutely.
it's a little strange with that, with September or the beginning of October, really being that end to the year. But it's probably
Sure.
good for a lot of us too to get that final Q4 work done from our offices and build on the relationships and the opportunities that we found at DCS and other conferences through the year. Sounds like a very exciting time, Mark. I know I'm amped up to be there. I'll be out there in force. I mean, we're going to be bringing quite a few different people to the conference this year, even some that are attending their first conferences, which I think DCS is really built for that, with the unique
Yeah.
experiences from a networking standpoint, because it's so nerve wracking to bring someone to to some of these other conferences throughout the year, if it's their first time, right? Because it's meeting to meeting to meeting to meeting. And when you have the networking opportunities and the edutainment to go with it, I feel like that's a
Sure.
great introduction point.
As always, Adam, I appreciate, ITP appreciates, the conferences appreciate you letting us come on here and give people a little bit more information. It's certainly it helps us out a lot, and anyone that wants more information can always reach out to us directly at any of the contact information found below.
Well, for those of you that are watching, if you have any additional questions you'd like to ask Mark or myself, you can leave those in the comments below. If you have additional topics you'd like to see us discuss, you can leave those in the comments below as well. And I can pretty much guarantee I can get Mark back on here again in the future to help me continue creating great content for a great industry. But until the next 2 weeks, when I see you in Monterey at the RMAI Summit, Mark, it's been great to see you, and I'll talk to you soon.
Thanks as always.
And thank you, everybody, for watching. We'll see you soon.